Uh-oh, Stinky gets what they deserve.
Hey, what's up, guys? Over here. So normally I use this meme format as a joke about the person I'm talking about. Like, oh, things are so bad for them. Well, guess what? I'm the joke today. That's right. Things are really bad for me because I have to look at the absurdity of the VTubing scene and the absolutely diabolical stuff we're going to cover today.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I hear about it in passing. I actually, unironically, do not like to look at Twitter that much. I'll occasionally, like, spend, like, an hour or two on it, like, maybe over a couple of days. But overall, I don't actually use Twitter that much. So when I see people popping off on each other, I usually just take it as a sign to not look at Twitter.
Now, there's many things I've seen today that are not the main focus of this channel,
sorry,
but
Riv.
I'm just giving you a heat check on how the VTubing scene is doing today. So, Chibi said Happy Men's Day, because apparently this is International Men's Day, to celebrate men and to be kind towards them. And she said, I'm buying my dad flowers today.
No, you're not allowed to have a good relationship with your dad, you piece of shit! Yo, check out Chibi, super funny. Fuck all the haters, go check her out.
This
Chibi's so
series of tweets would get her backlash. Yes, she got backlash for saying happy...
She deleted her apology? Good, she shouldn't have to apologize for people being retarded. She's right. I'm glad she did.
Men's Day, in that she's gonna buy her dad some flowers. Now, this is a bit of a morbid thing, but go buy your father, your friend, whoever, some flowers. Because often with men, the only time they get flowers is at their funeral.
Oh my god, that is morbid. I give my dad flower for Father's Day.
I know. Morbid, sad, but just keep that in mind.
And it's funny because in Eastern European culture, if you don't get flowers for your mom or your sister or your wife or whatever on Women's Day, you're a piece of shit. We actually club over the head that, like, women deserve flowers all the time, pretty much. And I think there should be some equality in that regard. Like, Father's Day or your birthday, you get flowers from someone, that's really nice. You need to do that more often. Really? Yeah, because Women's Day in Eastern European and Slav culture is really important. It was, like, celebrated as, like, a big deal because women give birth. They take care of children. It's, like, a big deal, right? And in my culture, you're supposed to give your mom or your grandma or whoever is, like, closest to you, give them flowers.
And then I saw this with Twitch. It's VTuber Week. Did you know?
Oh, I talked about this.
It's VTuber Week, guys. Gear up. It's very ironic that Twitch is trying to pretend like they actually care about VTubers, and they got noted. Oh, what a beautiful note we saw right here. Twitch has sustained a culture of discrimination against VTubers, which disproportionately strict rules on attire, arbitrary bans without explanation, and recently throwing away gifts left for VTubers by fans at TwitchCon 2025. And just when you thought...
And Chibi had to reveal her face in public. Not in a private setting, in public, to verify her identity while trying to get in. Totally not weird.
Things couldn't get worse.
Totally not
We got the main story for today. Here is a too long didn't read version of events. Female VTubers caught doing bad things for clout. They double down, and they use their mental illness as a shield. They get criticized for that. And then they say, uh-oh, I'm in the hospital, and then post a picture of themselves, even though they say they have no phone access. Yup, that's the real story today, involving this VTuber named ChaChaChilla.
Never heard of them.
Who posted this now infamous image right here, where they're quote-unquote in the hospital with no phone access.
You know what's funny is if you're gonna fake being at the hospital, at least use AI. Because at least, like, if you're gonna go all the way, at least make it so it's not, like, Google image reverse, like, imageable,
And as we'll see, this is
she did not think
photo.
This through, huh?
This is not them in the hospital. I can say that with 99% certainty. this is not them. And they're literally posting fake photos of themselves, supposedly in the hospital, to garner sympathy and clout on the internet.
What a clown, dude.
How did this all start? Well, it starts with this now deleted post. Now, it's not a
stinky
full post here. Luckily, on the mobile version of Twitter, you can actually, like, very quickly take a screenshot of a deleted post. Like, you have, like, a half-second window to take it. So, This is what I got, and this is what started everything. So, she says this: I tried to talk to Flork, and we'll talk about him in just a second, about one of his talents having a habit of calling people inferior, and how that can seem to disabled people. However,
Jesus Christ. Here we go. This is a great start. I would have torn into her, but I don't involve myself in inferior VTuber drama.
However, he blocked me and said not to bring up my my personal issues with his talents. I believe calling someone inferior is demeaning.
Shut
as
the
it's
fuck
historically
up.
used context.
Shut the fuck up.
And you can see they got noted, right? This was in Minecraft. Like, I know there's that joke
Minecraft.
like, oh, in Minecraft. It's like, oh, I want to do X, Y, and Z in Minecraft for legal reasons, right? No, this literally happened in Minecraft. So people are being called inferior in Minecraft. Okay, understand this. So who's Flork? Well, Flork is someone who's very respected in the VTubing scene. He's also the creator of the
I like
agency
Flork. He makes funny
Socks.
comics.
Okay, it's a VTuber agency, and he would respond to what was just stated, saying this: yes, I did snap at you in DMs because you were told not to contact me anymore prior to this. Lucia's team investigated the first piece of evidence you showed them regarding ad-free, and it was not even them speaking, video included. Their team there gave you the statement on what was happening. It was a roleplay in a Minecraft faction roleplay.
I think if you can't distinguish roleplay from real life, I genuinely think you must be below a certain level of IQ. That just shows to me that you never roleplayed as a child. You don't know what, like, fantasy is. You can't put yourself into, like, a fake setting to, like, have fun or, like, goof around. Or even, I would honestly extend this to this far. When you go to work, you are roleplaying being a professional person. You probably don't cuss as much as you do it at work, depending on your job. You act differently. You don't know how to handle and separate yourself from, like, real life interactions to, like, quote unquote role play or, like, behaving yourself. Yeah, you kind of like this is a self-report, honestly.
And I will wholeheartedly back my talent that they did nothing wrong, especially in a 4-second out of context clip you originally showed. Because that
I didn't know fucking Flork was this based. This is so strong.
Was the original post. When you go back to this right here, it was a 4-second clip of one of the talents from this agency calling someone inferior. And in fact, the VTuber they're calling out wasn't even the one who said it. Okay, so
stupid.
This is happening in a Minecraft role-playing scenario. And this person is trying to cancel a random VTuber, actually, and their entire agency over someone being called inferior in Minecraft.
Treating guys.
Yeah. They're wild.
Guys, they're like,
gotta give them a
yeah.
pass.
What's happening with that?
Brains are a little smaller.
Dude, that's gonna oh my god,
I was never a wilder. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's true. I never.
So ChaCha comes back with the.
This is actually just a skill issue. Genuinely, like an actual full-blown skill issue. This is why I would hate to, like, collab with, like, randoms and, like, do that kind of thing. I can't handle it when people just can't tell when I'm joking around.
The big receipts that prove literally nothing they're trying to say here. But ChaCha says, actually, that's not what you said. So Flork says, hi, ChaCha. I will admit I'm a little uncomfortable with your messages right now. I've been extremely busy because of corpo work and my other work. Though earlier in the year, I had more time, so I was able to message a bit more freely. I have not had that free time lately. Me not constantly DMing you is not a personal thing. However, because of this, I'm not sure if I'm comfortable to keep up communication.
So he's just being polite. He's being polite and telling her to fuck off.
What's the message here, guys? He's saying, I
Stop
don't want to talk to you anymore.
Stop talking.
In a very polite way. And as Flork would point out, that's pretty clearly, don't message me anymore.
Can I just say, look. He says, stop talking to me. Best of luck. 10/6, October 6th. And then she messages 24 days later, over 3 weeks later. She says, it's really gotten into my head. Yeah, because you're fucking mentally ill. Leave him alone, you freak.
And as Flork would point out, that's pretty clearly, don't message me anymore. And ChaCha says that's not what you said.
You were actually retarded. No, she's actually just so stupid. No, you are actually so dumb you can't even communicate. This is how people communicate in the workplace. If you can't figure this out, you're actually just like chronically online, or you are low IQ, or both. You've never had a job in your entire life.
You said you're not sure. Be clear.
You're
Communicate
so
like an
stupid.
adult. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god,
This person's
like
giving lessons about what is mature, by the way.
Yes.
Especially when you're communicating with someone who's told you they're autistic in the past. They are weaponizing. They're using...
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. What part of I'm not sure if I'm comfortable to keep up communication, is that not like, is that not clear enough for you? Nah, this is so annoying for people who actually have autism, because people who have autism can absolutely know how to read. They do know how to read. Like, what are you talking about? You say if I'm not sure if I'm comfortable to keep up communication. Huh? Self-diagnosed? Yeah, probably.
Now delete.
Hold on.
Don't message me anymore. And ChaCha says that's not what you said. You said you're not sure. Be clear. Communicate like an adult. Oh my gosh. This person's giving lessons about what is mature, by the way. Especially when you're communicating with someone who's told you they're autistic in the past. They are weaponizing. They're using their disabilities as a shield
that know how to read
for
between the
any
lines.
feedback they're getting. But, of course, a lot of people weighed in, okay?
Yeah, she's not
Alien
autistic,
Mixture
she's
said
just stupid.
to the now deleted post, honestly, if stuff like this bothers you, then maybe you shouldn't join a RP team versus team server.
She's got a point. If you have such a bad time distinguishing between roleplay or like how to communicate with other people, maybe don't join? I don't know.
This was all in good fun and clearly elementary playground school banter. You in this scenario were very immature. You called ad-free out in public. You messaged Flork when you clearly were told to stop. And you were making a big deal out of what was supposed to be a fun and wonderful experience.
True.
Step back and really ask yourself if this is worth it.
I'm so glad people, like even people who do like normal content that just want to have fun and play their little cute little Minecraft video games or whatever, they're calling out bullshit behavior. Thank God they're not catering to this bullshit where it's like, no, we have to apologize. Fuck you.
Here's another post saying, if you can't handle being called anything worse than stinky,
yes,
I fear the internet may not be for you. It was playful banter. They were treating you like they treat others. Normal and like everyone else.
Yes,
Is that not what you want?
Yeah.
And here's a post of them saying, when the other teams called us stinky, that was fine. When they called us stupid, I didn't really like it. But I didn't...
Oh my God. Oh, no, the S word makes me uncomfortable. No, not the stinky and the stupid word. No.
Say acting.
No.
It was being called inferior that's wrong.
No.
Now, ChaCha would start running out some defense for themselves, saying,
Do you know how many times I got called stupid by my own boss and it didn't faze me because I'm not a soft fucking retard? No, that's crazy. Grow the fuck up, man. Historical context? What? That's
weird that people act like they're better than you and literally call you inferior to your face and then act like you're the problem. Inferior. In Minecraft. Literally. We're talking about skills in Minecraft. In a role-playing event. Unbelievable.
You're a tough retard.
And then this,
exactly. I can
basically
take
saying,
it.
like, you know, maybe take a step back, and they say, ChaCha says, calling people inferior has such a negative historical context with Nazis.
God help these people, man. I just feel like you need to get a job where you just smash smaller, like, big rocks into smaller rocks, like Asmund said. You are not allowed to type on the internet. You're not allowed to, like, communicate with other people on the internet because your brain cannot handle it. Your brain literally explodes at the prospect of just dealing with other people. Yeah, go farm potatoes. Like, go turn over potatoes or carrots or something. No, this is so sad to see, genuinely.
Disable people and such that personally,
Live in a hut
I never
and
use it. But if you want to and think that's okay, that's on you.
Just make carrot soup or something.
They are comparing themselves. I can't even...
You're really comparing yourself to, like, people who... like... I just can't, man. You're so stupid. I can't even begin to unpack this because when I say it out loud, it sounds even more stupid.
There's so many words I want to say right now. And none of... Can you believe this person?
No.
This is...
Yeah, this is a swamp
Sorry, I
hag.
had to cut there for a second because I didn't want to get banned on YouTube. But ChaCha would make a response basically saying...
Yo, why are your glasses so big, sir? What the hell?
I'm sorry for all of this happening in this SMP. And they're frustrated. And their frustration turned into anger. And then they say... I also want to say that someone being called inferior really hit them hard because they're disabled. Oh boy. We are starting the Oppression Olympics right here, okay? And one of the people involved with this collaboration would come out and add some context where they say that ChaCha had died the night before, which meant that they were using her items since she had no need for them. And her character that she was role-playing as was a dementia-ridden old lady.
That's ableist and you can't roleplay.
So she was running around like that and had no idea what she was talking about. And then there's this clip where the person who's so upset about the use of inferior as a joke in Minecraft also called this individual a bitch in this clip right here.
So, bro. What?
It's not.
Back, please, I'm alive.
Why?
Cause I'm alive, bitch.
Whoa. Don't
I'm
talk to
joking.
me
I
not
was
like
joking. Sorry,
that.
I was a joke. I was joking.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. I was joking. I was
No, you can't call. No, I'm gonna call you a bitch. No.
That was supposed to be funny. That was supposed to be funny.
Now you're not getting
Again, the purity testing is crazy.
your abs bag is mine now.
So now we get into the really spicy part. So
I feel so empty. I lost everything. Buddy, you did it to yourself. Just keep your mouth fucking shut, man.
timestamps are important here. So at 12:15 p.m., they post this eulogy saying, I feel so empty. I've lost everything and I really have nobody to blame but myself. I will
This reminds me of Miskiff. Anybody else?
say I genuinely thought using inferior was bad, but when everyone disagrees with you, it's time to take a step back and reevaluate. I'm not perfect and I make mistakes. I will say I saw Apollo's post and I never doxed anyone, nor did Revenge Poontang.
What?
That's going to...
What is it? What are we talking about? What has this got to do with anything? I'm so confused.
Please provide evidence. Okay, there's a lot of rumors going around about this ChaCha person and some insane behavior they're doing. We're going to see a little bit of that in just a second, but...
I'm so lost.
If you're facing allegations of posting revenge, why would you ask someone to post evidence? Doesn't that seem a little bit backwards? But anyways, they continue on saying, I'm taking a step back from the internet. I feel like I just need to delve deeper into therapy about my impulsiveness.
Yeah, you're right.
And my sadness that turns
You need to go to a mental asylum. You need help.
Into anger. I made a very impulsive mistake last night, so this is the last time I'll have access to my phone for a while. I don't know when or if I'll be back. I'm sorry I caused so much drama, and sorry to those I hurt. Well, if you didn't hurt anyone, why are you apologizing for hurting people? But anyways, that was at 12:15 p.m. And then at 12:36 p.m., so about 20 minutes later, they say, I'll be heading off to the hospital soon and won't have access to my phone. And they got noted. Okay, you see where this is going, right? Then at 12:50 p.m., roughly 20 minutes later.
This reminds me of a girl in high school who did this kind of shit, and when people called her out for like stealing pictures off of Tumblr of like people who, you know, were saying, I'm gonna blow myself up, I'm gonna go to the hospital, guys, I'm at the hospital. They got so upset that they were like threatening to blow themselves up that the school called the police and notified their parents. And then they had to write an apology to everyone, including me. I was their friend. They also faked having brain cancer too. I think I told this story before. Yeah. She faked having brain cancer and a couple of other things, and I'm just like sitting here like, yeah. This was very typical.
They say, since people don't believe me, with a picture of themselves supposedly in the hospital. Now, of course, this same person said 20 minutes ago they wouldn't have access to their phone, but then they posted a photo of themselves in the hospital.
I was so concerned too, because I remember I texted her boyfriend and was like, what the hell's going on? And he's like, I don't know, I think she's gonna do it. And we were freaking out, so I remember the next day we were like, oh, she's not at school. And then it turns out that fucking school called her parents, and her parents found her phone and found out that she was lying. Her parents were also retarded too, because they just didn't reprimand her or anything. They grounded her for a week and made her write, and like the school made her write a like an explanation and saying, I'm sorry for like lying about having brain cancer and wanting to blow myself up. Yeah. And she wrote it to like 6 different people.
Very speedy set of events
this is in,
here.
Like middle school,
and if you
I'm
notice,
sure.
Right here, you see this?
She
behind
faked
the
pictures and
emoji,
stuff.
you can see some hair. And it's pink. Very
Interesting.
clearly pink hair. Now, looking at this person's account, here's a photo of them from October, so literally a month ago to the date.
The hair texture also looks different.
And they had short...
You could argue and say, oh, well, it could be the lighting, and it could be like, you know, her dyeing her hair. The hair texture looks completely different, too.
brown hair. So clearly these are not the same 2 people unless she got like, I don't know, like a wig or extensions or something, but that's highly unlikely. And someone pointed this out, basically saying the picture is not her. She doesn't have pink dyed hair. Her hair is natural brown / dark blonde mix. Seeing what she looked like in Zentreya, very popular YouTuber or VTuber, off Kai stream, where she heavily self-promoted herself to the point that both Zen and our favorite monarch got uncomfortable.
That is so cringe. Oh my god. I would have loved to see that.
This is a fake picture. And I do believe with very
Reverse image
heavy
search!
certainty that this is in fact a fake photo. And someone pointed out the timeline of events. I've been trying to really press this. So originally, I'll be heading to the hospital soon. 14 minutes later, gets hooked up to a heart rate and blood pressure monitor and posts a picture that might not even be hers. 8 minutes later, I've been at the hospital. I didn't want to specify, but I'm heading to the psych ward, which is another
You actually belong there, though, like low-key.
deleted tweets in this series of events. Basically, none of this is believable. And here's another reply saying, "You're an embarrassment to the disabled VTuber community. Your disability is not an excuse to lie and manipulate people on the internet.
True.
You are giving us a bad rep.
True.
Please seek some actual mental help.
Yes.
Respectfully."
Asylum.
And here's another person,
straitjacket.
Apollo, who was involved. We saw this name mentioned earlier, who would weigh in with some interesting things. Okay, so apparently this person also goes by the name, or used to go by the name of Bunny Alisu.
Ooh, that's so common, switching up your, what is it called, your identity all the time.
And Apollo says this: "I was nice, respectful, and tried to be a friend. At the time, I wanted to get you help. You harassed me and my friends and so many others for years. You have doxed real-life faces and names, bullied, spread lies, and got blacklisted from Mythos, a VTuber agency, for a good reason. I gave them a 10-plus page document. When you didn't when we didn't give you what you wanted, you did revenge adult content. Every single time I had someone or something awesome happen to me, you got butthurt with my success early on.
Ooh, big jelly welly. Uh-oh, stinky.
You shared it everywhere, and people saw that side of me. You took my power, and just 2 days before TwitchCon, where I wanted to see people for the first time, my first event, I had to listen to so many people saying they were on my side and that they saw it. I didn't want to hear that. I didn't want that. But you didn't stop there. You kept harassing me for months on end because I wasn't flinching in public, and you had to make videos, accounts, and spreading it all over Mythos. I didn't feel safe anymore.
Wow.
I was overwhelmed. I couldn't even stream properly because of you.
That sucks,
I lost
man.
a lot of things, and it harmed me." So, pretty serious stuff being weighed in here. But another post saying, "Oh, so this is where you've been hiding. This is the girl who crashed a dinner party a friend and I hosted back in TwitchCon Vegas. Never paid her part of the bill. Irresponsibly drank with strangers."
Can I just say, this is all hearsay, but if you have a pattern of behavior and people come together and like agree on a pattern of behavior, I'm more inclined to believe it. It's not just one person. And it's also very telling that she does this kind of behavior herself, where she fakes going to the hospital and all that, but then people come out and are like, yeah, she's fucking crazy.
During the event, to which a good
just
handful of the group
corroborates, you know?
brought her back to her hotel, only then to say, "We abandoned you because one of the men felt uncomfortable spending the night with you after you mixed your meds
Oh, you take meds? Interesting. Maybe you should start taking them again.
with alcohol. Also followed my friend group for the whole day around the event out of nowhere.
Oh my god.
Got one of their-
This is why I don't want to fucking go to TwitchCon. I think I would probably get fucking recorded telling someone to fuck off out of context because they're following me around or some shit. And it would piss me off because it's like, in context, you're probably being a fucking freak. That's why I hate, like, I do feel for, like, celebrities and, like, micro celebrities to an extent because people take them out of context all the time.
Real life phone numbers somehow to harass them in sakes of clearing.
Try off Kai, it's better. No, they don't like my they don't like my stream probably. Considering how much they bucked Kirsche and Pippa, and like there's a bunch of stuff about it, I don't know. I'm not super convinced Offkai is great either. It's better than TwitchCon, but you know.
Your name. Spread multiple rumors about the majority of my friends as well as myself. have sent lewd photos of yourself to me with zero consent, to which you have since deleted.
Oh my
have tried
God.
self-inviting yourself to gaming lobbies I hosted with friends,
Yeah,
have
maybe.
harassed and stalked multiple people I care about. You have doxed my friends and sent me private messages from some of my friends out of the context in trying to clear your name. I've had so many bridges
Dude, this person
burned
needs to be in
because of
asylum,
you.
I swear.
will not tolerate you trying to blame your behavior on incredible people that have done nothing but to help you. So yeah, I'm in pain just reading through all this stuff.
Thank
Exhausting.
God I didn't have to read
This
this
person
myself,
is using
man.
their disability as a shield for any sort of criticism they are receiving, and there's a lot of very disturbing things being raised by people who clearly don't want to even bring these things public. Okay?
She'd be so fun to party with. I mean, she's fucking crazy. Она просто, у неё чердак поехал. She's fucking insane.
They are in a corner,
This is why you take
and they
your
are now
meds,
defending
chat.
themselves because this person allegedly has done some
you gotta
crazy
do it.
stuff behind the scenes. And somehow, they are the victim. Yeah.
Weh!
That's it. That's all I got for today. Exhausting. That's all I can say. Exhausting. This
She asked afterwards if someone wants to help her raise money for a lawyer against the people criticizing her. She's asking for legal money? Bruh.
whole situation is exhausting. But anyways, that's going to do for this
What
video.
a
As always,
clown,
feel free to share your
dude.
thoughts
She's
about
a
today's
scam
topics
artist.
in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Dude, that's so funny. What's the funniest thing? What? She asked for money, yeah? What happened? I'm here once again to ask for your assistance. She asked to add to donate to her stream. It's not even a GoFundMe. Yeah, so it's like I'm begging for money and panhandling essentially. What a lol cow, man. Yeah, go check out Rev. Thank God I didn't have to read this shit myself. Again, I remember all of this from like a day or two ago, I want to say. And I remember they were like, yeah, like I remember Vol Pixie was chiming in and Apollo. And my feed was like inundated with all this crap, and then this picture. I did see the picture. I did see the picture of someone calling out her picture being fake. Maybe it was this person or not. I don't remember. Yeah, that's crazy. I am once again here asking for your financial support, please. What a clown show, bro. Thanks, Rev, for taking the brain damage and passing it on to us. She wants to take Apollo to court? Nah, it's not gonna go. It's not gonna go anywhere. Apollo, don't worry. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's just a fucking grifter. Yo, actually, people call me a grifter all the time, and a bunch of other people, right? This is actually grifting. If you're asking for legal money or like whatever money, and showing your fucking what is it called, your stream elements, and asking for money, you're such a clown. You're a grifter, 100%. There's no redeeming you.